This is Gabriel for Cage Side Press here with Angela Magana, who's fighting Kyra Batara in her Combate Reinas debut on April 26th. Angela, I was on Twitter a few hours ago. I saw a particular video that you and Kyra apparently had a little meet-up at the Whole Foods or somewhere. Can you talk to me about what happened?
Well, I'm not really supposed to say anything. The cops got called. There was, she was tweeting, but other than that, I really, the Combate doesn't really want us to talk about it because we're going I didn't call the cops, the security guard did.
People are going to say this sounds a little familiar, like a particular thing that happened last July with a certain UFC champion.
Yeah, well, that dude, Cyborg, he hit me, and you can't assault people. Like, it doesn't matter what anybody says to you, like, sticks and stones may break your bones, but words will never hurt you. So the fact that people get so upset and get so excited, like the fact that I can elicit that emotion is incredible because it's just words. Like, you can't bully a fighter. It's what we do, you know? It's not my fault. I can talk to anybody and I can say anything I want. It's nobody's right to put their hands on me.
Now, of course, let's talk about your record. You have had some tough times, it's safe to say. You're coming in now, I guess. What is the feeling going into 2019? You obviously want to stop it, but is it just, does it feel like desperation? Are you just like, you know what, I would fight if I was 0-10? What is the feeling like for you knowing that, you want to turn it around?
Yeah, so I haven't, and anybody who knows, I don't think I'd want to fight in like 6 fights or something, 5 or 6 years. I've been competing. The thing is, though, if you look at the last fight, I faced the number 1 woman out of Japan who will be in the UFC. The one before that was the top. The 2 before that are the number 2 and 3 and 4. Okay. So I was facing the top competition. In a state, I was very unhealthy. I have a blood disease that I've just found out. Now I get blood transfusions and I get IVs and I've treated myself. So, honestly, what happened was I was putting MMA on the back burner because I'm on the world team. I'm on the national team for freestyle wrestling. I'm the world team member, so I'm going to try to qualify for the Olympics at the Pan Americans in August. And so that's my main thing is my wrestling. I want to go to the Olympics. Okay. And I'm already 35, so this is my last time probably to make it to the Olympics, which is I'm already really old to be doing that. All right. So my main focus is wrestling. So I made the world team. I made the national team, and then I made the world team last month. That means the number 1 person who gets to represent and go around the world with Pan Ams. So I made that. And then Combate called, and they're like, hey, do you want this fight? And I was like, first of all, I was like, yeah, that's a great fight. Because what I was doing, I stayed in such good shape with wrestling. I was like, I'll just take last minute fights here and there. Is what I was thinking. Wrestling's my main thing. Well, they called and they were like, they really wanted me. And then they were like talking about a 3-fight contract. They went back and forth with my manager. And so they're working with my wrestling. They're going to let me compete. They're going to let me be on the world team and fight. So, honestly, it doesn't, like, winning or losing, it doesn't matter. Somebody has to lose. For me, obviously, I want to win. I want to get a win, obviously. And I think I'm going to win this game. But the thing is that people think that you're unsuccessful if you've had some losses in your career. But the thing is, that's just one night. I go back home and I have my car paid off, my gym paid off, my beautiful house on the beach, and that's my success.
Do you ever worry people are like, Angela Magana cares more about her internet personality than she actually does about the fighting?
I don't care what anybody thinks. It's not my business. If I cared, I would be very busy thinking about other people. So, I honestly, it's not my business that people think about me and they think that I'm like, what is social media for? To be all about you? To get attention? That's what it's for, right? So, what else is it for? It's to gain attention. It's to take pictures of yourself, whatever, and to get people to look at you. So, like, I'm only doing what the machine made me, is the concept of the machine.
Right. Now, let's talk about Kyra Batara on the 26th. Great ground game, young girl in her career. What are your thoughts on her as an opponent, and what's her biggest threat to you?
Her as an opponent, I think that Kyra Batara is actually very well-rounded. I know she has a wrestling background. I think my experience, I've been fighting since before she got her period. So I've been fighting for a long time. So I've been fighting 13 years, I think, now professionally. Also, I've been competing a lot. She's been out, I think, like a year and a half, nearly out of competition. I've been competing a lot. I don't necessarily believe in ring rust, but getting those competition nerves, being in that fire all the time is different, is an advantage, I believe. So I've competed for 4 wrestling tournaments and then the national team. And I fought in August. So I've had like 5 or 6 competitions in the last 6 months, or 8 months, 9 months. So I've been very competitive, very active. And
then you said you confirmed it is a multiple fight deal. This isn't just a one and done with Combate Americas.
Oh no, they want me. They have it's a 3 fight deal, and my contract reads that they have the right to, like, if I get a they have the right to renew it. Like, it's okay. They want me.
For
They're
sure.
smart.
And now Campbell McLaren did just announce that the winner of her fight likely fights the winner of the main event with Super Belly and Taz for their inaugural strawweight title.
I didn't know that.
Anymore? Well, it at least implied, you guys are at the top of the card in the same weight class.
Okay.
Any more pressure knowing that? Something like that?
I train every fight the same. I train as if it's and that's honestly, like, every fight is always going to be your next biggest fight because you're advancing in your career. So I don't care if I'm fighting a girl who is 0-5 or 15 years old. I still train the same. Yeah. Of course, I'll do, like with Kyra, you had mentioned about her styles and stuff. I think she's an all-around good fighter, but the thing is, like, for me personally, my coaches they don't like us studying the fighter so much. They study the fighter, and they do our training according to who we're fighting. So I don't like they don't like us being so obsessed about who we're fighting. That's their job.
Understood. Final question: how does Angela Magana get the job done on the 26th?
Okay, so I'm not making any predictions.
Okay.
I'm not making, because the last 3 times I predicted how my fight would end, it ended exactly like that, but with me the loser. No more. I'm not making any predictions.
Safe to say you're going to go out there to win.
Oh, well, I'm winning. That's it.
There we go. Angela, we're looking forward to it. Welcome to Combate Americas, and I'm sure your fans are going to be very excited to see you back out there.
Wow, thank you. I love Puerto Rico. Puñeta!